Welcome back to our channels, Warriors. We are still growing. If you haven't had the Sacramaniacs smash that subscribe button, go and have them smash it right now. I want to give a shout out to the patrons that sponsor these videos. You guys are the heartbeat to our channel. This episode right here, man, it's going to be a reaction, my follow-up on the interview that I had with a formerly incarcerated individual. His name is Brian. He spent 30 years, okay? 29 years and 8 months, round that off, 30 years, 3 decades behind the California Department of Corrections and Rehabilitation prison walls. Unfreaking believable. Unbelievable, right? There's been a lot more subscribers that have subscribed on. Welcome, what up, what's happening? And I might have mentioned this in the beginning, right? People are at different levels of mindset, thinking, mentality. Could be through their experiences, through their stereotypes, through their perception, etc., etc., etc. Okay, my vision is a little different. It's unique, right? I do have combat experience. Did a 13-month deployment in Iraq. Definitely know about being in the trenches. I started the Department of Corrections in 2006 as a correctional officer. While that is not the 1990s, it sure in the hell ain't the 2024s. Damn, Hector, get to the goddamn point. That dude Brian hit on a lot of good topics. One of them talking about was when he was at Salinas Valley during that time frame when it was a Thanksgiving staff assault that kicked it off. And I've heard the stories, right, from both sides. And it was a violent fucking time, man. It was a violent time between blue and green. At each other's throats. Cats and dogs, man. Ren and Stimpy. Itchy and scratchy. Boom, boom, boom. Now, I mentioned to you that my perception is different. My perspective is different. I mentioned to you that people are different mind frames. While the feedback I receive is 98% good, right? 98% good. Then you have your 1%, your 2%. People want to call me a pig. People want to call me an inmate lover. People want to call, this the wild shit. And I mentioned before, I want you to think Vietnam War, okay? If those soldiers on both sides, the North Vietnamese Army, the Viet Cong, and the American troops, after hellacious battles, Hamburger Hill, the Battle of Ia Drang, they were going at it, man. They were going ham, hard in the paint. You fast forward however many years, 40, 50, 60 years, and now those old timers, those Vietnam veterans who I have the utmost respect for, they get to go back and they get to visit their old battlegrounds. They get to meet their enemy as they're older, okay? They get to talk and converse. That's where I'm coming from, okay? Things that I say, if you're a brand new cop and you're still in the department, look, you're in 2024, okay? You're not, I can't tell you what to do because that would be from my perspective, okay? From my era. That shit might get you in trouble. No, that shit will get you in trouble now. That fucking shit will get you in trouble then. But now they got body-worn cameras, you know what I mean? See, I knew it, Hector. They're writing you up for cussing. They're writing you up for saying a curse word. That's what I'm saying. It's a little outrageous. You can't even cuss. Back then, at least we could cuss up a storm. I remember, oh man, there was some other dude. And again, if you want to see that interview with Brian, it's on that other channel, That War Nerd. Somebody wrote a comment, man, God bless his heart. He said, I used to be a correctional officer. I shed so much blood. My partners shed so much blood at the hands of inmates. It will always be blue versus green to me. I don't care. They will always be the enemy. I'm like, okay, cool, man. Go get in 2 more fights, right? Go get in 2 more fights with 2 more inmates. Maybe then you'd have enough, right? Maybe you didn't get in enough, okay? Maybe that's why you have that mentality. You didn't get enough, right? Because when you know you've had enough and you see the big picture, like, why the fuck are we even fighting? This is fucking stupid. The only people who are winning are administration, Sacramento. And I continue to preach this. bottom line is, I had enough. I fucking had enough. Right now, was I fist fighting and every day? No. Was I fighting against armed, knifed individuals? Well, there was that one time when I promoted to sergeant. Right, the dude had it tied to his hand. But no, it was more of an accumulation of being in that fight or flight mode for since I was 17 years old, 20 years. 17 to 38 is when I resigned. December 1st, 2022. So 20 years of being in constant fight or flight is draining, man. And well, technically, I never fucking flight, right? I never flighted. I always stood my ground no matter what it was, where it was. Does that make me a hard ass, a badass? No, what it does is make me extremely fucking lucky and blessed because a lot of the dudes did not make it, right? And that's fate. F-A-T-E. I got fate tattooed on my back. I even wrote fate on the inside of my fucking helmet. I know you guys think I'm a fucking liar, man. That pisses me off. When you guys call me a liar, it pisses me off, man. Don't ever be calling me a liar. I wrote fate right there. There you go. This is a helmet from 2004. Damn, Hector, look at you, motherfucker. Look at you. What is that, man? What is that? That's so the helicopter can see you at night. It blinks only in IR. Night vision. Anyways, I could tell that dude Brian had had enough, right? So I'm not even gonna answer your dumb fucking questions if I'm an inmate lover. Get the fuck out of here with that shit. I'll tell you one thing, man. As a warrior, as a combat veteran, I've always respected my enemy. Always have respected my enemy. And do I have enemies today? None. Zero. It's a good fucking feeling. No tension, no nothing. A lot of haters. They're the ones making a big old commotion on themselves, like little dust devils, right? They ain't fucking bothering me none. Let me tell you, the little chihuahuas, man. God forbid you try to nip on my little pant leg and think, "Hey, get out of here, man." Fuck. So that is one of the reasons I left the California Department of Corrections. I was absolutely disgusted, atrocious, looking at my peers in green. There, I said it. I don't give a fuck. Lieutenants, captains, AWs, just weenies, lames. Somebody said it best the other day. The California Department of Corrections is full of beta males that think they're alphas. That's a fact. There was a subscriber that said on the live yesterday something along the lines of like, "Hector, you're a fresh of breath air, man. We need more alphas in this world." And I'm like, yes, we do. Yes, we do. Then I said, what the hell happened to them? And then somebody else said, well, the political agenda, right? This is what they wanted. They softened America. They softened the American fighting force, the warrior. So we're going to bring that back for sure. We're bringing that back. That's without a doubt. Number two, why do I want other alphas? Because I don't want to go up against injustices by myself. It's a heavy burden. It's a lot of weight. It's fucking heavy. It's exhausting. It's fucking tiring, right? It's well, you take the you take the rucksack for a little bit, man. I'm gonna take a little fucking siesta and rest my dogs. Oh. God damn. Ever since that Fresno Bulldog, I've been fucking barking for no reason. Son of a bitch, man. And shout out to the Fresno Bulldogs, man. Son of a bitch, man. I'm gonna do you guys a solid soon, man. Just stay put. Right? You guys are gonna have some material for your lawsuit, let me tell you. Let me be the one to tell you. Damn, Hector, you're like an angel from above. I know. If you haven't got this shirt yet, Hector Bravo, charter flights, one-way flights to Brazil. Go to projectmattstore.com. The brother Matt right there. One thing that Brian stood out and said in the interview was that he got stabbed 27 times by suspects. And that when it came down to it, he did not tell, he did not rat, he did not spill the beans, he did not tattletale. Do you realize how much respect I gained for him then? When he said that, I'm like, oh my God, where the hell have guys like this been, man? Where the hell? I got peers that were ratting, throwing me under the bus and everybody else under the bus for personal gain, personal agendas, vendettas, self-preservation, every disgusting, absolutely disgusting, atrocious description in the book. Oh, I wasn't raised that way. I wasn't raised that way. So when I heard like, golly, man, they don't make them like you anymore. That's great, right? Because I operate that way. I operate that way. You ain't get me to say nothing ever, right? If it doesn't pertain to me, I don't give a fuck, man. Take that elsewhere, right? Take your drama elsewhere. So what is the lesson for today? 2024. We have brand new correctional officers in the system. We have brand new inmates with numbers like Charlie Whiskey, Charlie Delta, 7214, 1234. We have administration that, oh my God. Oh no, I'm not gonna speak on that. You guys know who's running what to the ground. Well, it's not your grandpappy's Department of Corrections anymore. It's not your daddy's Department of Corrections anymore. This is your Department of Corrections, okay? And I'm speaking to the officers. I had one kid tell me one time, show me the gray area, LT. I'm like, I'm not showing you the gray area, right? You stay in the fucking black and white area. You're going to get in trouble. Knock that shit off. But if you want to go to work every day and just throw a fucking coin in the air, today's heads, I'm going to get fucking spit on. Today's tails, I'm going to get stabbed. And just, hey, every day just wing it. Boom, boom. That's on you, man. That's the dumbest fucking idea I've ever heard in my fucking entire life, right? Because you're still in the war. You're still in the grind. You're still in the trenches with a fucked up ROE, let me tell you. That's rules of engagement. The way I used to train, right? I'm not a badass by any means. I used to work out, still do, daily. That's why my videos late. I was at the beach getting my rutina in. Burpees, what's up? What's happening? 113, 114, 88 for the big homies. Muay Thai. Took Muay Thai in La Mesa at that boxing club. Took boxing. Studied, read their material. Okay. And I mentioned the other day, and somebody asked me, Hector, what's that song that you said about the CO? I said, Little Cuete. Little Cuete made a song called Death on the CO. It's a good song, right? It's a good song. It's particularly a good song when you work in a prison and you play it daily in your AirPods, headphones, at 3 in the morning while you're getting your fucking workout in, right? While you're getting your money. Why? Because it trained and hardened my brain to anticipate what I could be expecting when I get to work. Somebody wants my life. Period. Damn, Hector, you're like the warrior. You're something else, my boy. Hey, but I'm still here to talk to you guys, right? All shot out, beat the fuck up, ED and the rest. But anyways, times have changed. People have changed. And shout out to Brian, man. I saw that growth. One more thing. Very huge positive feedback and reception in my DMs saying, hey, yeah, that dude said exactly what he was doing, trying to go home. Yeah, programmer. That's great, man. So how are you going to have lames, weenies, suck dicks, puppet boys, puppet girls, rats, cowards, Neanderthals, dumbasses, I'll say wearing green, how are you going to have that? And then try to think that, hey, you're better than the next guy. How? You're a fucking coward. You went out workman's comp. Backwards, homito. Backwards, motherfucker. How? That's what I don't fucking fathom. So here's the goal. 99.9 of you guys understand it. You guys get it. We're moving forward, man. And again, we're elevating. We're turning it up. With that, this episode was sponsored by the following patrons. DRC, These Nuts, 4760, Anthony, Clarissa, give me that double shift. Justin Frost and B, Forever 26, Don Chitaro, shut the F up and make it wink. A la verga 760, Scorpio Rising, Miss Rod, it's not your way, it's Norway. Golly, G Greñas, G Ride, Vote Newscom out, the prison psychologist, Fuerte, Mark, Zeus, Michigan Wolverines, don't trip. Put me out 6L. Keep your D out of my Cheerios. At AWOL like Monty, the Cali model. Wear over the pants. HJ is okay. One bad yard battle. Cherokee Cat, Loco Moco, the Big Bad Wolf, Raider 62, L, Eli, Edgar, Gerardo, Steven, Rigo, SD, Pelon, Eric, not on my watch. Who's doing the pipe? Denise, the real McCoy. Some men merely watch T-ball. I coach it. Thank you. J, a poke in a six-pack. S, Search Sergeant. Keith, Devil Dog, MCC, Placa, Ricardo, Maladjusted, Bankroll Suave, Carmine the Pitbull, American Mestizo, Lori, 559CO, Ruben, CJ Zavalza, EOP Whisper, F Your 602, Las Vegas Flights Live, Gavino, Department of Correcting Fools. Three of these nuts. Lockdown 5, Cristobal, La Reina, Winston, Tony, the Mexican Snowman, El Skid, the OG, Hobie Cat, Lead with Love, Albert 12. Damn, that's a big Samoan. I never seen a small one. I ain't never seen a small one. J.I. Theophilo Esquier, Big Bad 48, Nova, the retired CEO, Mikey 559, the homie Marius, Javel 66, GG Bad Karma, and Rags. If you haven't signed up for that Patreon, make sure you hit that link in the description below. You're definitely missing out. Keep pushing forward.